You on that Star Side tip today. Um, before we even get into that, y'all. So, those of you who've been around, actually, you may have been here when we found out live on the stream. But y'all remember we went into the veil containment and I was just kind of sitting, chatting, talking, and I noticed something. You know what I'm saying? I noticed what was possibly an Easter egg in the game. You know, in the area where we did the fight with Callus. I noticed that there were three sections. You know, the area where the veil is. I noticed there were three sections. Well, duh, we noticed there were three sections. We fought in there, but I noticed they were color coded. One section was blue, one section was green, and one section was red. And I said, huh, I wonder if that's actually going to be the color of our third subclass. Right, because the blue was Stasis, the green was Strand. And I'm like, the red might be our third subclass. And it's looking like, just like last year, we don't know if this was an official leak or not, like last year, but the same kind of thing happened where there's like this animation kind of test, and then in that test, the subclass at the bottom was like a color that we didn't have, and it was red. And they also had like a new logo on the subclass. So it hasn't been officially stated that that was from Bungie or whatnot, but it also hasn't been completely declined. So everybody's kind of like, oh snaps, looks like that was right. And also, I wasn't the first person to figure out, you know what I'm saying, the blue, green, red. Actually, somebody beat me to it by like 2 weeks, but that's still pretty close. You know what I'm saying? Nobody figured it out in the first season or during the campaign. You know what I'm saying? It all happened kind of recently, so I'm pretty proud of myself for finding that. You know what I'm saying? I actually found an Easter egg in the game. That was pretty dope. Well, possibly. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's confirmed yet. But with that being said, I have a theory about what the next subclass is going to be, how we're going to learn it, and how it's going to help us get through the portal that the witness created on the Traveler. So, buckle in. Buckle in, because this might be a stretch, but just hear me out, because it low-key makes sense. Alright, so, every year since Shadowkeep, we've gotten lore pertaining to the Kentark 3. Just to catch you up real quick, it was a fire team that went into the Black Garden. They had this prophecy that they were going to find this weapon, which was turned out to be the divinity, so forth and so forth. But while they were in the Black Garden, they wound up crash landing, but also they wound up basically encountering the Witness and gaining. They were essentially the first Guardians to gain an actual dark powers of darkness. You know what I'm saying? The darkness subclass, and things happen. They wind up fight. Well, one of them wound up fighting the other two and killing the other two, and yeah, there was only one left. But anyway, each year we've gotten a different like kind of add on to their story. But the thing I really want to really point out was in the last confrontation between Lisbon and Rikana, he describes her attack, right? He says her hand glowed with an unfamiliar power, and all she had to do was release her grip, and it would rip through him, burning without fire. Right? All right. Hold that in your head. Boom. Okay. Now let's skip forward to um Rourke, the first disciple of the Witness. We can also add Callus into this as well. All right. So they both have for lack of better words, the Witness dust. The Witness dust. They kind of golden brown, dusty looking aura kind of thing. They both had an attack they used the Witness dust, and I don't think Nezarek did, because I haven't actually just sat down and watched the battle with Nezarek to see all his attacks. So he might actually use it too, but I know for a fact those two use it. The resonance. Because that's what it was called before. Every time we saw the dusty particles, it was always like the pyramid resonance, the darkness resonance, the witness's resonance, right? So the attack, the real big dusty attack. You know, Callus would do it in areas, and then Rock would kind of just shoot it out in straight lines and stuff like that, right? So I actually didn't pay attention to what the name of that attack was. Well, one, I never fought Rock, and then two, when I was fighting Callus, I was so focused on the fight when I actually died to it. Because in the normal mode, I didn't die to it. It wasn't until the legendary run that I died to it. But you know, I'm kind of focusing on helping my teammate that I really didn't pay attention to the name of the attack. Well, the name of that attack is Sons of Lubre. As in, you know, the two sons from Lubre, Roke's own planet. You know, so you know, last time I checked, the sun, you know, it's hot, burn stuff, you know, sunburns, all of that, right? Right. So, with that being said, I'm like, that could possibly be the power. Now, to add on to that, to add on a little more to that, because keep in mind, we've been calling it resonance, you know what I'm saying? The pyramid resonance and all of that. My guess is the way we're going to get through that portal, we're going to hijack a pyramid ship and take that through the portal. Because remember, when the witness enters the portal, the pyramid ships that were around it also went into the portal. So I'm like, and the veil, he used the veil to create this link to go through it. So I'm thinking it's darkness related, and it's all memory stuff. Like it's time itself. It's basically like the what the graphic designers say, the veil is like a window into the memory of the universe, right? That's time. That's an elapse of time. So it's darkness related. So I'm thinking we're going to hijack a pyramid ship, and that's how we're going to go through the portal. Now, specifically, I believe the one on Europa, because I don't think that pyramid ship actually had like a master. Because you know the lunar pyramid, that's Nezarec ship, right? So I don't think we're gonna get that ship, and it's inside of the moon. We probably have to destroy the moon to get it. Whereas the Whereas the European pyramid is like out in the open, and I feel like the pyramid actually called out to us. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do remember I remember some dialogue saying that the pyramid was seemingly beckoning us to, you know what I'm saying, come to it. And not to mention we've saved the ship, so maybe we have some kind of connection to it. Who knows? But I think that's gonna be the ship we take through the portal. Now, we're not gonna know how to operate the ship because, well, the witness is gone. So I'm sure to operate the ship, the witness probably would have had to bless you with his powers in order to operate the ship or whatever. So, even though we did learn stasis from the ship, I don't think stasis is the key to operating a ship. However, if we think back to when Callus tried to take the ship on the lunar pyramid, Nezarec ship, he was trying to merge his consciousness with it, right? Resonate with it. You see where I'm going? So this power that has the Sons of Lubre, we're gonna call it Resonance. I believe the name of it will be Resonance. And we're not gonna know how to operate the pyramid ship, but in order to operate the pyramid ship, we're going to need resonance. Lisbon is going to teach us how to use resonance because it's darkness. You know what I'm saying? He's going to show us how to use that power. I mean, possibly. I don't know if that power has to be gifted, or is that because we're now in tune with the darkness that we can start using resonance. Who knows? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it's going to play out. But that's my guess. We're going to learn resonance from Lisbon. Because, like I said, going back to how each year we got a piece of the Kentark 3 story. So the first year, Shadowkeep, we learned of the situation and what happened with them. Year 4, Beyond Light, is when we've got the first bit of aftermath with Lisbon encountering his doppelganger, which we know is the witness now, and having that conversation and being like, look, I don't want this. Erase my memory of all that happened and transpired here. Boom. I don't want this. So, you know, the witness obliged and wiped his memory. Then, of course, year 5 came with the Altars of Reflection, and Lisbon wound up learning what happened with him and his fire team. Right? And then this year, year 6, we've gotten lore with Lisbon within it because he was there on the fire team that went to go collect Oryx's body, but we haven't gotten anything specifically related to Lisbon and the Kentark 3 kind of thing. So my guess is maybe the lore this year is going to involve Lisbon maybe relearning his darkness powers if he doesn't already know them again, or something along that line, which will lead into, final shape and us doing our thing with that. And yeah, that's my whole spiel about how I think we're going to get into the portal and what the last subclass actually is. Tell me what y'all think about that. Tell me what y'all think. Because I think I'm pretty spot on. Like, I have a strong feeling that that's what's going to happen. I could be wrong, and that's fine. But, I do believe that's what's going to happen. Because that will answer a lot of questions. That will answer what the power the Kantark 3 actually had. And, how we get through the portal. Tell me what y'all think. Until then, let's get to this solstice, man.